Hello everyone, it's Tuesday, which means today's the last stream for frogs kissing. Hi doctor, I'll have to leave alert today since there's late night skating training. Okay, that's fine. Enjoy your skating training though. Maple has Thursday an appointment at the vet for a regular checkup and to see if she is eligible for sterilisation. Well, I hope you find out she is, though you might have to wait till she's off heat, because that's the only thing. It's a little sucky about that, but I think I fixed OBS. Now, yesterday I had a complete meltdown. Once I came back in right from my break, and I was like, oh, OBS is froze. And then I sat down, I typed in chat, OBS has crashed, because I literally sat down and it closed, and I was like, it's fine, I'll just reopen it. I went to go reopen it and my computer just kept freezing, and it didn't matter what I did, it was just freezing and freezing and freezing, and I was like, oh, for God's sake. So finally I was like, right, I need to restart my computer. And so I was like, I'm going to close everything, and then reopen everything but OBS. I was like, there is no point in me coming back to stream anyway, because by that time it was nearly like time for me to end anyway. So I was like, fine, it's fine, I'll just carry on working on the doctor and I will come back to stream tomorrow, hopefully, if I can get OBS to work. So I did, and this morning I turned my computer on and I was like, right, one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to open OBS and update it, because I know it needed an update. But I was like, if I update it, it'll fix things. Even though I've had it need an update before and I've been able to use it just fine. So I was like, let's see if the update fixes things. You know, you never know. So I sit down this morning, I turn my computer on, everything that needs to open opens, and then I open OBS and it's like, the last time OBS was open, it didn't close properly. And I'm like, yeah, no kidding, it literally closed itself. So I was like, would you like to run it in safe mode or normal mode? And I was like, normal mode, please. So I loaded it up, and it did take a little bit, and I was like, here we go. Because what I was going to do is, because I have all of this saved, I exported all of this not long ago. So the most I'd have to put in is, I'd have to redo the whole YouTube scene, which would be a pain in the backside, but it's not like the worst. But I was like, fine, let's just see if it will let me, because I went on here and I found to do the update. I did the update and it sounds fine. Like, my computer doesn't sound like it's going to explode. Although when I started streaming, YouTube went live but Twitch didn't, so that's why I had to stop stream and restart, and then Twitch was live too. So I was just like, oh, for God's sake. But it's all fine now, hopefully, so we should be good. But I was very distressed yesterday after I came back in. I was like, I just went to go empty my bag and everything just burnt to the ground. So I was just like, and I found the needle. Remember, I lost that needle yesterday. I was talking to my aunt about everything and I said, I've lost the needle, and she was like, oh, have you checked? I was like, I've checked the floor. I was like, I've checked my desk. I said, the only place it could be that I haven't checked is under my drawing tablet. And I was like, I don't know how it could have got over there, because let me see if I can show you. My drawing tablet, so you can see it. So this is my drawing tablet. And so that's like quite far from where we are. And I was like, there's no way it's over here. It was. Let me see if I can show you. Let me move the mic out of the way. It was just under here. Just under this bit. I lifted it up and it was just there, and I was like, oh. So I have the needle. It is back on. It's actually back in its pot now. It's not on the doctor. It's just back in the needle pot. So it's safe. We found it. I said I was gonna post it when I found it, when I did the last message, but I just put it in the cross stitch general yesterday, be like, I found it. And whilst I was waiting for my computer to sort its life out yesterday, I unpicked the border on my Modern Folk embroidery sow. So that is all correct now, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep working across the top or do the motifs now and then the border. So I have learnt do the border after the motifs because apparently I can't count. It's not the fact that I can't count, I did 2 stitches in the same hole essentially in the wrong way, but I found it. Everything's fine now. And we don't have to worry about Friday now. Originally, so whilst all this computer stuff was going on yesterday, I got an email, well, a letter from the hospital to say, oh, your appointment on Friday has been changed from 10 past 11 in the morning to 3:15. And I was like, oh great, that means I won't be able to stream Friday at all now because it'll just be too late. And I was like, oh, that sucks because, you know, I was looking forward to streaming Friday, even if it ended up being Melody of the Night for 2 days. And I was like, damn it. And then this morning I had my shower, and after I got out the shower, my phone started ringing. So I answered it, and it was the receptionist at the hospital. And I was like, oh no. Oh no, my thread just tore. And I was like, here we go, what are they going to want now? To change my appointment? Yes, they did. So now I have to wait a whole nother month. The 10th of April. And then to top it off, I got another letter today from my London hospital to say that they have also changed my appointment from the end of March to the end of April. So I am just annoyed and fed up with hospitals and doctors at the moment. Because it's like, I've had that appointment for months now. The one that was supposed to be Friday. Well, originally it was actually supposed to have been last week. Last Wednesday, I think it was, the 3rd, or Tuesday. It was supposed to be the 3rd of February, which I think was Tuesday. Yes. And they ended up changing it, and I was like, to this Friday, and I was like, oh, that's not bad, just a week. No, now they've changed it to a whole month, and I'm like, god damn. Bearing in mind, this is a GI doctor I haven't seen since 2024. Grabbed. Oh, it's the tail for that thread, that's what that is. But yeah, so I was just very done yesterday, and I was like, I thought Friday's supposed to be the day everything bad happens. No, apparently my Friday the 13th was yesterday. Also, this camera is at a really awkward angle today. I couldn't get it. I could actually just move this down a bit. There we go. And now it's not so crooked. The only thing is it's closer to my hand now. It's fine. Oh wait, I was supposed to have parked that colour. I think it's this one down here. Yes. Oh god. Luckily, where my needle was, there was no way for the cats to have found it, so I wasn't too worried once I did find where it was. Haha, frogs. Yeah, Natty, this is frogs kissing. No frogs, I know, but we haven't got any frogs on here yet, so it's fine. It's fine. They're not here yet. We have ages to go till we get them. I'm here just tired and trying to focus on stitching to stay awake. That's fine, Lil. You've had a rough day at work. But hi Natty, how are you today? Hopefully stream is good today. It should be. Like I said, I don't hear my computer making horrible noises like it was yesterday. I honestly don't know what it was. Like, I still don't know. I didn't open anything more than I normally do. So I couldn't answer you there as to why my computer decided yesterday it didn't like OBS. When, like I'd said, I'd used it Sunday to record. You have enabled me. I got my Mrs. Buttered D, and she is now a focus piece. Loving it. Good. Good, good. Oh, Unconventional has released another Chrysabug. It's a mermaid piece. Let's see. That. So I think that background is not solid 310. I think that's 939. Because that is a blue. I think this here might be black. We signed up for Mrs. Buttered Patreon. We did. Both me and Little signed up for Mrs. Buttered's Patreon last night. We did. Is that because I started and stopped my stream? It's like, here's your report from your stream. Yeah, 5 minutes and 3 seconds. It wasn't live on my end. I had to, so did I. Nope, I'm too broke to look. Oopsies, I'm clicking on things now. Just put it on your wish list for next time, but this is so beautiful. These are all the Chrysabugs. Nope, yeah, this is all the Chrysabugs that are out so far. It's Howl, Sophie, and Calcifer. Yes. But it is making me laugh how they've released a regular one, and then it's like, here's the miniature, here's the regular, here's the miniature. I bet by the end of stream this will have a miniature, depending. But there's the... There's that, so... Yeah, such pretty artworks. Oh, I've turned that light on already. I told you it's closer to my hand today. Now I've moved it. Punching the microphone too. I'm just having a day. Getting all my frustration out from yesterday on this. That's what it is. But seeing as we got Mrs. Buttered's Wizard of Oz piece as a cross stitch, I wouldn't be surprised if in a while we get the Howl's Moving Castle one. I might have to move this camera back a bit. Even though it's perfect, I just keep smacking it. But we'll see. What's everyone working on today? If you're working on anything. My needle's doing? Waiting for my lurk to begin. Hang on, I am having a fight with my threads and needles for some reason. Let go. Right, there we go. Reading the new pattern for the cow. Oh. Ooh. When will you be starting that? Once the camels are done? Hang on, I'm gonna move the mic a bit. There we go. Because I keep nudging it by accident. Little's probably working on sometimes, so she doesn't have to answer. I'm stuck. Once I have time to start, yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Well, I look forward to seeing you start it when you get round to it, regardless. As someone who just can't hold the yarn to crochet, just don't know what to do. How far do you go with the diagonal? I do, for the down, I go to the bottom of the first page, but width I go all the way across. So I do limit it. Oh god, I'm throwing everything everywhere. I do limit it a bit. I know some people will do the diagonal across the entire thing, but that feels too big, so I do it for just the first page down and then across the entire width of the piece. I used to do by page, but then I realised I am wasting more thread, like page by page. Like I used to come across and then down a page, but I realised that's actually wasting more thread and time. The first camel has almost been completely assembled today. He stands up very well. I'm happy with it. Good, doctor. You should be. You should be happy with all the work you've put in paying off. It's my first time really dedicating to diagonal. I just don't want to go all the way down. Yeah, that's why I just stick to the first page, because I feel like going any more is asking too much, and depending on how long your lengths are, you are trailing those threads even further down. So like that's why this one's hard to show because this one's just gridded myself, not pre-gridded, but like on my others I only go down, like I draw my page lines so I know where the bottom of the page is. Because Sleeves with Butterflies, which is coming out tomorrow, I did that one by page on the diagonal, and it's annoying because now I'm having to restart a diagonal rather than just carrying it on, which is what I should have done to begin with. But the joy with methods like this, you can just interpret it your own way as well. My thread's knotting up already. Because it's like you don't even have to do the 10 by 10 diagonals. You can set up to do 20 by 20s. I don't know why that was so difficult for my brain to do. But I will obviously be here to answer any questions anyone has about the diagonal method whilst they are trying it, because it's easier for me to explain whilst I'm live than not. Because I'm like, how do I convey this in a message? I'm pleased with it would be better English. I mean, you can, I'm happy with it is also fine. Like, I've definitely said I'm happy with the progress I've made on a project in a day. God, these lengths, I might have to cut these down because they're getting on my nerves. Do you remember when I used to love working with these stupid lengths? Like when I started working on all these projects and I was like, oh, this is so great. I'd have to get a thread every so often. And now I'm like, I think I'd rather just get a thread every so often. It's because I can feel how bad some of these threads are getting and it's like, yee. Which is why I used to use thread conditioner, because it would help. But then your project turns yellow. Now the 10th is done with. I have taken that off of the Q-snap because what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to put my Modern Folk embroidery sow on it, little acorns, because Saturday, I'm pretty sure it'll be Saturday, I'll be starting the Salentine's piece from Modern Folk Embroidery, Roxy Flosco and Evertote. So I'm pretty sure they start on Valentine's. and so I might just transfer it over to that. But I did actually, just real quick, I did buy the PDF, so it's in Pattern Keeper, so it's here. I'm not gonna show you the big thing, but it's here, so I have it ready for when I start. Anyway, now I scroll back up, all the way up to the top again. There it is. So yeah, I did that. But this thread just has, it just has that feel like it's just gonna split any stitch now. Oh, and the Jed X Stitch charts for Nashville have come out, and oh my god, guys, I want every single one, but I'm gonna wait, which is like really difficult because they're all so good, for them all to be released as PDFs, because there's no point in me paying for a paper chart that I want as a PDF, is there? Like, I am a digital cross stitcher in the sense that I prefer digital charts to physical because Pattern Keeper. Otherwise, I might have to spend time recharting. And I know some designers have said that if you buy a physical and you want the PDF, if you message them, they will send it, which is nice. I just don't want to contribute to the sorry, I shouldn't be looking. I'm looking at the Nashville stuff again, but look at this, just real quick. I don't want to contribute to their inbox getting flooded. So, like, these are the Under the Sea, well, Beneath the Waves, it's called, collaboration ones, so all these ones. And look at how good they are. This is Darling and Whimsy. This is one of the Quirky Quakers, you can tell, Quirky Quaker Anglerfish. Then there's these. This is, these are good too. This one, I need that one. That's good too, but this is also good. Look at this. Like how am I gonna be able to, like, choose? I can't choose. They're all just great. Some of these I would never stitch because they're, like, meant for like, there's the Jedex stitch stuff here, but look at her Nemo. I know it's a clownfish, but look at Nemo. I just love her work. I just love it so much. I cannot wait. I'm gonna buy from Abby Top Knot Stitcher all the fabric and the thread packs to stitch this, so I can stitch them all on one piece of fabric. Hopefully I'll have to measure it out because I think they're all the same size. But this one, hang on, and this one, all the Jedex stitch ones. So we have Pink Wren, just look at this. My mom was like, these look 3D, but look at those. I love it. Then we have Trillium Forest. So it's based on this flower, which is a trillium. And then there's bugs, 3 little bugs. And there's a bug there, and a centipede maybe there, and maybe a bug there, and an acorn. But it's just, her design work is so great. And then the last one is Pansy Picnic. And this is, she's been working on this one for ages, but she's finally finished it. And it comes with a little scissor fob. But again, I love all of these. And all the artsy housewife stuff, I need it all. The Tiny Modernist, I'm gonna have no money. No money. But it's fine, I'm waiting till March, but I'm probably gonna buy all the things I want soon so they don't sell out. Anyway, I will keep stitching now because, yes. Because I was in the Bad Stitch Discord earlier when people were talking about all the Jedex stitch stuff, and I was like, guys, I don't know how. I'm not gonna buy all these patterns as physical charts when I'm going to wait for the PDFs. But it's like, it's getting real hard not to just buy them now, because look at how great they are. I will have to wait. It's fine. Also, sometime this year, I don't know when exactly, but the all the Midsummer Stitch stuff that was exclusive to that event should be releasing. So if you want Verdant, Reverie, and Jedex Stitches Summer's Day, they should be releasing soon. I think maybe March or May. It's one of the M months. But those are some great patterns. I think I worked it out. The frogs might be coming in the second row, if not the third row of pages. So we have ages to go until then, so it's fine. Plus, this is the last time this is going to be out this month, so we won't be seeing this for the rest of February. There is a chance though, once we reach 2% on Melody of the Night, that we spend a month on it, because it all depends on what gets spun up in the wheel, and I need to fix the wheel. It's not broke. When I say fix, I mean I need to take some projects off and add some, and I need to disable Ivory Crow because that one has been called. At least like this next time. Have fun tonight. Thank you for the luck, Doctor. You too, you also have fun. Have a good skating session. And thanks for hanging out for the time you're able to. It's time for me to watch my Evertote floss tube and be hella enabled and be like, oopsies. My aim for today's stream is to finish this diagonal. We shall see though. Going to lie, I do like this method. I see more of the image faster. Yeah, like that's why I like it, because like I used to do cross country and the confetti would just get on my nerves, and then sorry, I keep bumping the mic if you can hear that. And then I tried the Royal Rose method, which again was this piece was started. So when I started this, I was doing 2x10s, so 2x10s across, and I felt like that was just so slow. And now I'm doing the diagonal. It's like, look at how much I've done since. Because remember, all that yellow thread that's up there, all this yellow coloured thread was basically stitched in 2023. So it's like I've done all this since. So I've done all this, essentially. and it's just so much nicer. And with the diagonal, I don't get tension lines, but I can see where I stitched my 10 by 2. My stitches also looked worse because again the confetti, whereas here they look nice and neat. Not that stitches matter in terms of that, it's a full coverage. It's going to look fine probably once it's actually washed. But yeah, I do prefer the diagonal because it just shows more of the image, like you said. And it also helps with confetti. I mean, I was complaining a ton when I was working on the 6 portals Friday because of how much confetti there was, but at least I knew where I was going. I don't like looking at an area that is just confetti and then going, well, what colour do I start with? Because it's like, what am I going to do? And I think as long as you're coming up in the bottom hole of every stitch, you won't have issues with your thread getting all funny. Now the question is though, Natty, are you going to convert all your projects to diagonal or are you going to leave them as is? Because like that's such a huge undertaking depending on how you've been stitching the others. Some people have a different method per project and like that's fine. It all depends on the project for some people and how that method works. If Royal Rose helps you get more progress on a certain project compared to others, then you do that. Doing this one first, but I'm using so many different methods. Looking for my happy place, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, like I said, it's gonna be such a pain to start with one method on one project and then decide, oh actually I really like this method, and then it's like, oh but now I have to switch all my projects to this. Right, I'm grabbing another thread because I need a new colour, but it's already been pulled, so I'm just gonna snip that in half. I've been snipping them in half now. Originally I was like, oh, any lengths that are already done I'm just gonna use them as is. No, they're just too long. I give up. I'm cutting all my lengths. I don't know why I did that. I'm not stitching that stitch yet. Stitching this stitch. I need to thread my needle though before I forget. Good news, my computer is not freaking out right now. Like, the only thing I can hear is the fan, as in my desk fan. I say desk, it's on my bedside table. I do not hear what sounds like my computer about to blow up like I did yesterday. So I think I fixed it. I think my computer was just, I was having an off day yesterday, my computer was having an off day yesterday. I think that's what it was. Oh yay, Parakeet is coming back into the Roxy Flosco collection. Those of you that are here in December, this is only for Twitch, unfortunately YouTube, because I wasn't streaming on YouTube then, but I do have the VOD saved to my channel, I just haven't published them yet. But during December, for the first 20, well, until I think the 19th when I took my Christmas break, I was opening my Roxy Flosco holiday countdown every day on stream, and I'd show you like the next day what progress I'd made on the day before. And one of the colours towards the end was called Parakeet. And it was this beautiful mottled, it was blue with a mottling of green and that in it, and it was beautiful. And I was watching Caroline's off the Grid Needle Arts channel, where she was talking about the stitching for the day, and I was only watching it as well. I mean, I love watching them anyway, but the reason why it's good to watch them as well is because if there are any errors in the chart, Caroline will tell you that day because she stitches ahead. So she's on December, like on December 1st, it was actually December 2nd or 3rd for her. So she was always ahead, so that way if there was any mistakes, she could tell you in that day. And there was a couple of mistakes in the chart, but they were easy. They weren't like major mistakes. It was just like one colour had a couple of extra stitches that you didn't need to do. We're going to find out when the next holiday countdown is available. So it should be soon. Yeah. Because it said within a couple of weeks of the 1st, so maybe next week. There's me running to the store now to check next week. So if you're interested in the holiday countdown, it is expensive because you are getting a ton of, like, you're getting like a whole kit. Essentially, you get a big box and it comes with 25 charts. Well, actually, it comes with like 27 charts because some days you get a double chart because it's a bonus. So it's yeah, if you want to do it, then keep an eye on the evertote.ca website. February 12th. Oh, that's Thursday. Okay, so I can get that when I get paid on the 1st. I have 38 whips, and I have a mixer typewriter method along the top, and cross country by Paige and Gemma's method. The only Royal Rose one I had, I changed to typewriter, it got too bulky. Yeah, that's how I felt. What's Gemma's method? don't think I've heard of that one. Oh, I've turned that light on again. Sorry. I never got too far in with any of my projects, oh for God's sake, on the typewriter method, not typewriter, sorry, on the Royal Rose, because I just couldn't get the hang of it, because I already adapted it myself anyway, but oh for God's sake, sorry. But yeah, I'd already adapted it because I couldn't get it to, I couldn't understand why you would get a colour for 2 towers, park it in the dungeon, so in the one underneath, and then it's like, what if that colour's in the next 2? So you'd have like 20 threads of the same colour if I was understanding it right. And I was like, it makes no sense. So what I started to do was, rather than park it in the dungeon, I would just park it in the first available stitch it was in the next one. So like if I was working like this colour, if it wasn't, because like obviously if we was just, let's say I'm doing it now, so this one there isn't any, or there is, it's there, so that's where you'd park it. But what I was doing, because I'm gonna have to pretend my stitch is in this square, I would park it here in the next available. Gemma is almost like diagonal. I sent her your channel. I sent you her channel in Discord. Okay, I will have a look in just a sec. I need to park this colour properly. I think it's there. This one here. No, it is. Oh, this one is that. So this 1, 2. Oh, it's this one here. Because there. We should also be starting to get lighter days ahead. We should be getting, according to something I saw on Twitter yesterday, I think it was, we should be getting an extra hour or so. I'm gonna cut this thread down. It's getting too tatty for me. I'm just gonna waste half of it because it just feels like it's gonna tear, because look at it. I don't know if you can see, but look at how, look at those. So I think I'm just gonna cut it. It means I'm wasting a ton of thread, but you know, it's my thread, it's fine. Because like that's a lot, but it's just the integrity. I'm just gonna bin it. There we go, it's gone. That spell. Right, let me have a look at this real quick. Oh wait, I do know who this is. Oh my goodness, I do know who this is. Yes, they're the one who's working on that giant peacock, and I have watched this video. When I was trying to learn the diagonal, I did watch this video and I still didn't get it. So I was just like, I'm just gonna do it my own. I ended up even watching oh, Needlebug, Karen Needlebug. I think it's Karen the Needlebug, or it's just the Needlebug. Oh yeah, it's just Needlebug. She did a video. about the diagonal, and it was 6 years ago and things like that. Like, that's what, and Noah's just stitched with me, and I watched all those sorts of things, and I finally got it, but I'm doing it myself. But I do want to make a tutorial on it for those of you that would like to use the exact same method as me. But yes, I do know who that is. I thought it was a completely new stitch, and no, Emma, you know exactly who that is, because they're working on that giant peacockade. Oh, for God's sake. The reason why it's giant is because they're stitching it on 14 count. It's more complicated, but I love how neat everything is. And I'm using it on my mini 2 dancing peacocks. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I just really struggle sometimes to understand instructions. And I get very stressed when I can't figure something out that should be really easy. And I think that's what my problem is with crochet, because like I don't know how to hold the yarn. I was actually going to buy one of those rings you put on your finger to hold the yarn. It's like a tension ring. Well, there goes that thread. I thought that was going to tear. Oh, my mum had to get a tetanus jab the other day. I say the other day, it was last week. She scraped her arm on one of the taps at work. And she did scrape it pretty bad. Like, I've had scratches on my hands from those taps at work because they are lime scale fiends, right? Like, you can clean them every day, get rid of all that lime scale. You'll go off work for a week or 2 or 6, depending on the half term, and that lime scale just grows back. And she was cleaning like under the tap, like where the knobs are to turn it on, and she scraped her arm. I'm trying to get my arm on the camera. She scraped her arm across here. God, you can see how pale I am with this camera. Oh goodness. I need a suntan. But that means going outside. Oh look, we need to take this thread all the way. Whoopsies. Nope, come back. All the way to the top of this diagonal, guys. Although I might get rid of this thread actually, so no, we won't take this to the top. I just realised how short it was. I wondered when those ads on Twitch were going to start. Oh no, I shouldn't be looking at this, because there's Everto have brought out, well, Roxy Flosco technically have brought out a thread called Peacock, and Modern Folk Embroidery has a chart called the Peacock Tree, and someone's stitching the peacock thread on the peacock project, and it looks divine. Also, I keep getting the name wrong of that one colour that I keep calling it Marmite. It's Maritime. You can see why, when I'm looking at the subtitles, I can see why I call it Marmite, but it's Maritime. I can't read. Look, I read Doctor's message that one time when she first joined the Discord. She posted a project that was a unicorn, and I looked at it and said, "Is it a dog?" And it was a unicorn because, like, 2 seconds before, I had just read that she was stitching a unicorn. So, yeah, it's a running gag on this channel now. Let me just real quick, whilst the ads are going, I'm probably going to be too slow. They're probably going to be done because I've got 30 seconds. I just wanted to see if I could show you all the picture on Everto for that project. Here it is. So this is the peacock tree, this pattern. This is the peacock thread. I think, no, this way. See, there you can see more of it. But, like, look at that, and I'm like, oh no. But, like, looking on here is dangerous anyway. Like, looking, and there's Maritime. Not Marmite, Maritime. Because if I show you, look, Maritimes. Not Marmite. But, yeah, like, I want to stitch all of the things, and then there's the little acorns that Caroline's doing as a small. So, like, and like there's this, like, stop, close. Oops. Oh, and now she's blooming showing the actual project off on the floss tube. I don't need another project. I don't need another project. I mean, I could, but I mean, I do, but I no. Yeah, Maybe when I get paid again, because what money I have now has to last me after I paid my fabric invoice from Megan, and I bought a needle minder and a couple of grime guards for my nurges. I say that like I spent a ton of money, but I didn't. It's just I need to make my money last a little longer till I get paid on the 1st, because what money I have now has to last me till the 1st. And that includes any diamond paintings that may or may not release this week and next. Oh, my Mrs. Butter turned up today. The Valentine's one I bought that turned up after the Miss Holly that I bought first. Here it is. There she is. Love Witch Magical Shop. So another Mrs. Buttered to add to my collection. Beautiful work from a beautiful artist. And now I'm in her Patreon. And I wish I had joined in January because it was Alice it was Alice in Wonderland themed, and the print is beautiful. Oh, it's the ice hockey, I think. Oh no, it's not. It's the music I'm listening to. Oh god damn. This is like that time I was playing power wash sim on Halloween and I could hear a noise and I was like, there's cows in the field. No, it's the song I was listening to. No, well, it was a video I was watching. There was cows. It's because for me the music is quite quiet. I don't know why. It's at full volume on there. But when I put YouTube music through OBS, because I do it in a way that sets it up so I can control it through OBS, so I don't need it open, because I set it up as an interactive browser source. It was very handy. The only thing is it will still alter my stats. Oh, we have to start and stop a colour. That is so annoying. We're going to do that next because it's there, tucked away. Don't, Caroline, stop showing me things. I'm shouting at my screen now. What's everyone else's ideal length for thread? Do you like using the stupidly long? Like this is basically how long mine is, but it's in half, so you double this. Ready? Oh, I dropped it. Hang on. Start again. So that's it in half. Like that's why I'm like, I need to cut it, because this length is fine. It's long enough, I think. So yeah, I should also say I do break my own rule for not going out of order unless it's for a stitch that is on the row I'm currently on and it's the only stitch. So it's not a start and park, it's a start and stop. So normally I would stitch these 2 stitches then do it, but because I'm going to be starting and stopping this, it's easier for me to just do it now and pull it through. That's great. How much length? Oh, that's probably why it's not that long. But yeah, yesterday, whilst I was having my little breakdown because of OBS, by the time I got everything working, it was literally 6:30. So I was like, there's no point in me streaming, but I was upset and I was annoyed. Not at me, because I knew it was like not my fault, but I just felt really bad because I was like, oh, I'm just going on a break. And then I thought it was quite funny though when I was showing my mum the VOD, because I was like trying to see if you can see the starring happen that I could see, and I was like, it's quite funny, literally a whole minute before stream just crashes and burns. I'm like, I might have to call stream here in a minute, like in a little bit, because my computer's freaking out. And my stream went, okay. I go on break and then that's the last thing you see. But thank you to everyone for yesterday for putting up with what was happening. It was like completely out of my control. I wish that there was something I could have done to have fixed it quicker, but literally nothing fixed it. Restarting my computer did fix it, but there would have been no point, like I said, in me coming back to stream because it had already gone 6:30. Don't know what I'm doing here. I'm pulling a thread and it's like doing whatever it's doing. Damn it. Oh, come on. It would help if you try actually ending in the right hole, Emma. I don't know when. I was going to slot it in this month, but once I figured out all my stitching, I was like, there's no way to. I want to restart Beautiful Secrets, which is that really beautiful. It's like I would say she's like, I think it's a kitsune. She's right here. She's literally right here. It's this one. I've got the no background version, so that's why there's none of that pink. But like, look at that face. Like, look at that face. I saw someone working on this because I started this corner, right? I did all this page. I did the first page and like a bit of the second, I think, because I bought the large version. So if I just go on here real quick, you'll see like the page is also not a whole page because of the way it is. So it's a partial, see? And then I started on this part of the second page. I know that's like stupidly. So like it starts all the way down here as well. So like I was stitching this and I did I did the whole first page and most of the second. I even reached this ear. And I just gave up because I was stitching it. I think I might have a picture on Notion. I was stitching it on this plum fabric. I don't think it is actually because it was in 2020 I started it. Hang on, I know it's in a Discord. I know it's in Lumi's Discord. Do oldest. Damn it, I need secrets probably. No. Oh, damn it. Let's see if I type in 25 count. That's not that. Did I never post a picture of this? I swear I did in Lumi's Discord. I'm now looking. Oh, I found it. I found it. Do you have any long dogs? I have many a long dog. I have the pointed fifth as whips. I have started the pointed fifth. I have started Saga, Pandemic, but I also own quite a few. Oh. This might be where I got to. Oh, never mind. I'm just opening a ton of these pictures real quick. Oh. Is that where I got to? Oh, never mind. I nearly finished page 2. I think that was the last time that project was ever seen, I think. Oh, never mind. I finished page 2. I finished it. Because I couldn't start... Oh, yes, because I couldn't start Mermaids until I finished it. That's fine. It's fine. I found all the pictures I wanted. It's fine. I'm done. I'm done not stitching. I say that. I need to put this colour away real quick. And then I will show you my beautiful secrets progress I made in 2020. But I did start Pandemic in 2020 because Long Dog Samplers released it in the Facebook group for free. So I did start that. But this is basically how this was me parking. This was my first ever attempt at parking. I gave up very quick. This was pre-pattern keeper, this part. This part was pre-pattern keeper. I'm also stitching this on 25 count, 1/1 full cross on a plum from Zweigart. So this picture is not accurate at all, but this was my first few days working on it, so that's how much I had done. And then I did this much, so like there's the so there I said, so this was page 1 and this was page 2. I'm doing Death by Cross Stitch. We actually back in March or May picked my silk for Pandemic. No, not Pandemic, sorry, Death by Cross Stitch. I have put it away so I can't grab it, but it's one of the silks for you. I did actually start oh my god, Death by Cross Stitch. I did originally start Death by Cross Stitch with a Mrs. Sada silk. I started it in the Pride one, but I was just having issues with 25 count and my thread slipping, so I scrapped it, and I'm now using those threads on a peppermint purple stitch along eventually when I get around to doing that one. But yeah, so like, this was the next time I worked on it. I should really be closing these as I go. And then this is it. And then that was page 2 done. So I did do 2 pages on it, but I just didn't like it. I just did not like... This was also, again, 1 strand over 1, because again, 2 over 1 was just too thick. And I just didn't like the purple, because it was Zweigart plum. Let me find a picture real quick of Zweigart plum so I can show you what it actually is supposed to look like. Long dog is awesome, yeah. Oh. No, plum. So this is Weigart's plum fabric, so it's this colour. So that's what I was stitching it on. So imagine this on this. It didn't look right, but I did end up... Is it in my Discord as well? Nope, it's not. It's not. That's beautiful fabric. It is, but it wasn't what I wanted for it. Lumi's Discord real quick. This is intermission music. No, it's not in here. Where is it then? Because I've gone so far up, I'm in 2023. I should have seen it by now. Where is it? Have I passed it? Probably. Hang on. Oh, I did scroll past it. My bad, sorry. But this is the fabric. These are things I got separately, but this is the fabric I'm going to be restarting it on. This is fabric from Chromatic Alchemy, who are no longer unfortunately in business. But this I felt was, I can't remember what this one's called now, this fabric. But this is 28 count, so this will be stitched 1/1. And it is a massive piece of fabric. This is my only ever fabric from Chromatic Alchemy before they unfortunately closed. I went to go buy fabric from them for something else and I couldn't find, like, their website loaded but there was no way to purchase anything, and I found their Facebook page and they were like, we're out of business, and I was like, no. So this is the fabric Beautiful Secrets is going to be eventually restarted on. So this with this. Now imagine this on this. That was the vision I had. Anyway, I'm done stalling. Oh god, I scrolled so far up. Oh. I love your long dog. Natty. Just all the colour. That's the whole point. Some people use long dogs and things like that as tail end projects. And that's basically where they... Oh no, wait, new colour at the end. At the end of the row is a new colour. send you a picture of my depot crosses. Yeah, I just saw it. It's very beautiful. What's the fabric you're stitching it on? But I spent ages planning my colors for projects to the point where in 2023 I started the pointed fifth with one of my favorite silks for you. It's PR052 and it's like this light blue which has a green tinge to it, and I'm stitching it on 32 count 2/2 on Zweigarts and Vintage Stormy Grey or whatever it's called. And I decided I'm like 3 parts into it. And when I say 3 parts, I mean the animals at the top. There's like 5 of them, I think. Let me just. It's just here. So this one. So I had stitched. If I go onto it, I can show you how much I've stitched. I have stitched all this. Oh, I've only done 2 of the animals. I have stitched these 2. And all this. Also, look at how laggy Pattern Keeper is. Hand dyed by me. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. And then I decided 9.46%. I want to restart it on 40 count. The same coloured fabric, so 40 count linen, 1/2, but use DMC 3809 or 8 on these border bits. So if I just show you the mock-up again, because that's less laggy. So like stitch the border bits in one colour and then the inserts in the other colour, because I have seen so many people stitch these like that. And when me and Little were discussing these last year, we were talking about these and it made me really want to restart mine, because I had been debating it in my whip parade I did in 2025, like in February. I ended up talking about how much I wanted to restart it and stuff, and like how I was debating about it, but I do think I will. I just don't know when. But I will probably be doing that soon-ish, maybe. I say soon-ish because I don't have a time frame. I just know I don't want to work on the 32 count, so I'll repurpose the 32 count for other projects. And I will just leave what's already on there instead of picking it off. But yeah, so one day a stream will have me restarting it. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like, oh, I really want to get this diagonal done, and then I start yapping too much, so we might not. But it's fine. What progress I make on this, as long as I hit 300 stitches, is fine by me. I'm making up for all the talking I didn't get to do yesterday. Sorry for distracting you. You're not distracting me. I can distract myself. It's very easy for me to just be talking about something 1 minute and the next minute I'm showing you all stuff. And I like talking to people. under certain circumstances. I wouldn't stream my progress if I didn't want people to talk to me. I think it's a very weird thing to be a streamer and then not let people talk in chat. And it's like, how dare you type in my chat? And it's like, what is the point in you streaming? Like, record videos. If you don't want people to talk to you, record videos of yourself doing the thing. Like, it just boggles my mind. Oh, I probably moved that out the way at some point, my bad. It just boggles my mind when people just expect you to all act like you're not there. And it's like, if you don't want people chatting in your chat, like I said, record videos. I like talking about things. Also, it's very hard to get my needle in the top of this project. I think on Thursday and Friday I'm gonna work on, after I stream, I'm gonna work on my Modern Folk embroidery, and then Saturday I might dedicate to Cherry Magpie, and then Sundays will be Olivia's hydrangeas. That's what it was supposed to be, but I just didn't feel like it last week. Well, Sunday. Three. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, the sour is starting on February 14th. So damn it, this Saturday I can't work on Cherry Magpie. Oh. Oh, for God's sake, stop it. Oh, I just turned that light on again, sorry. Oh, when I get my new floss tube up, I have updated my intro and outro, and I hope I haven't made it too flashy. I did, like, there wasn't anything I could do about the 2 elements I picked, like I can't change the speed of them, but they're only going to be at the very end of the video, so you won't see them if you don't want to watch to the very end. Because I did say yesterday I updated my I can pull up Canva real quick. I updated my floss tube intro and outro. Here, I can grab them real quick. Now they do have music, but this is my intro, my new intro for my floss tubes. I updated so it's just this, that's it. That's that. But it's this one, because as you can see, it's just moving all the time, and I hope it's not too flashy. But like I said, it's just there for 8 seconds and then it's gone. But again, you don't have to watch the very end. But like those are the two things, because I felt like it was time for a little rebrand. So that's what I did. I also found these cross-stitch borders on Canva and I just made them look like this. So they just sit in the corner, and that's my little logo. I made a new logo for Emmylou Stitches because before it used to just say Emmylou and then the stitches was just straight. So I fixed it so it looks like it's cohesive. But yeah, that's that I did. I did that on Saturday because I couldn't record my video on Saturday because by the time I finished painting my nails, they were coming home from shopping. And so I was like, I'll just work on other things, it's fine. But they have new music too, so it's not the dun dun. That sounds like I'm doing a dun 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 dun. It's not Happy Birthday. It was like, I don't know how to do it, but with my mouth. But it's, oh, there's something parked there. That's not supposed to be there, right? Hang on. No, those are identical. What? Where'd you come from then? Because you're not in... I don't know what I've done now. I can't even see where this came from. We're just gonna pull this out. Here's confusion. I think what I've done is I just parked it down there, maybe. I have a double knot. Nope, just the one. Well, apparently I now have no knots. Don't know what's going on in the back of this now. I think it's just knots from where I've ended my threads. Oh, that's my other needle. I was like, what the hell is that? to cut this a bit more. See, we're coming up to hour 2 and I've not done 100 stitches yet. Whoopsies. And I've turned that blooming light on again. So sorry. Oh, don't pull. Right, I'm gonna end this thread after this stitch. Well, after the next stitch. This row, I should say. There's no. For God's sake. Just lick the end, it's fine. I can't thread this needle. Why can't I get this needle? Hello? Oh, it's because there's a knot there. Where's my... God, my tension is slowly disappearing in this part. Let's make the hole a little bigger. Whoopsie, sorry. Oh, I've sewn a cat hair into my project. It's fine. Grabbing another strand. But hey, we made it. We've made it so far today. Further along in terms of stream time than we did yesterday. We are almost at the second ad break. Thank you. Yep, that's fine. I was just making sure. So wondering how many AI diamond paintings Diamond Art Club are going to release this week. Also, it seems like that stupid AI trend has died in that group, so that's nice. Because there was another trend going on in that Facebook group last year where people were making AI poems, and it's like, come on, guys. This is like basic English 101, like when we went to school to learn how to write poems. AI doesn't know how to do it. There's a creator, I don't follow them per se, but it's more like they are so delusional that they have AI write these poems and they don't follow the traditional rhyming scheme of a poem. So like, poems are meant to rhyme, and there's two types, and I can't remember what they're called, but there's one where it rhymes at the end of every line, and there's one where it rhymes at the end of every other line. Hers don't rhyme at all, anywhere. And there was this one paragraph where you would think it would rhyme because it was setting itself up, but again, AI, so it just flopped. And I was like, ugh. I can't remember what it was about, but it was like trying to rhyme words that, well, it wasn't trying to, but if it had done it, it would have done it perfectly this one time, and it just failed. And it's like, this is why you shouldn't use AI to replace creative outlets. Like, people are finding in newer books, the author, if you can call them that, are leaving in the prompt. Like, halfway through a chapter, it's like, if you would like the book to become spicy, would you like me to do that? Like, would you like me to implement these elements? And it's like, come on, proofread. If you're gonna use AI to write it, at least proofread it. And get rid of the prompts you used. The tension in this part is just gone now. Just poked myself in the eye with the webcam. AI can't do poems because poem is about feelings, emotions, and experiences, something AI doesn't have exactly. They are very flat poems. And this woman just writes poems about the stupidest of things. Like, she wrote a whole poem about Diet Coke. And it's like, what? What? But this woman has no personality of her own, right? She is basically, anytime she gets a partner, she just becomes a carbon copy of them. So if they're into things, she's into it, and then as soon as they break up, that's it. She's not interested in it anymore. Like, one of her exes was into Pokemon. The only Pokemon she could tell you was oh no, I have to remember what it is. I know what it looks like in my head. It's Spoink's evolution. And that's the only one she knows. Like, she couldn't tell you Pikachu and Eevee and things like that. I can see Spoink. Oops. Spoink evolves Grumpig. That's what it evolves into, Grumpig. But yeah. I'm going to stitch these 3 stitches and then I'm going to take my break. Hopefully, whilst I'm on my break, stream doesn't crash and burn. But it's been playing good today, so I'm sure it won't. But just in case. But I really need the bathroom. I'm just going to stitch these 3 stitches first, and then we come back, we'll stitch the last colour on this row. And then start the next. And see how much we can get done in the last hour. So this is also the time for you to get up and stretch and take a break if you need to. Go get yourself a snack, a drink, or make yourself some food rather than just a snack. Go grab that thing you've been wanting to grab for the last hour but you didn't want to miss anything, because I do that too. I just thread this needle and then I will take my break. Right, let me just highlight this and then I will be back in a few. So, BRB. I'm back and stream didn't crash and die this time. Yay! For those of you that weren't here yesterday and like, why am I like panicking over this? Well, yesterday my computer just didn't want to play ball. It was anytime I opened something, and when I say open something, I don't mean like open something new. It was like already open and I'd unminimize it. It would just freeze my computer. And I have the same things open every day. So I was just like, what the hell is going on? And yesterday I went to go take a break real quick to go empty my bag, and I came back and stream had died. I was like, oh. OBS just did not like me yesterday. But I fixed it. I'm here now and I should be here a week. So everything is fine. And I can't even hear my computer. Yesterday my computer sounded like it was trying to take off. But today my computer is super quiet. The only fan I can hear, like I said earlier, is my desk fan. Because although it's like winter, I am like really warm. But I'm excited to see more Nashville releases. Because I am just a sucker for cross stitch. I see a new cross stitch, it falls into my cart, and then I black out, and then, oh, I've purchased it. Damn it. I bought a new needle minder today as well. It was the very last one. From the Stitchy Witch. She's a Scottish floss tuber, and she cross stitches mostly on full coverage. She does have some non-full coverage whips, and I really enjoy watching her videos. And sometime last year, I think it was, she reopened, like mid to late 2025, she reopened her Etsy to sell needle minders, and she hand makes them herself. So she either hand draws them and then sells, and then puts them onto a bit of wood so she can sell them and stuff, or she uses decoupage. And the one I bought was this pretty, it was this like almost like black washi tape with cats on it and holographic, and it just looks so good. And I saw it was in someone else's cart, so I just snatched it from them because I was like, yes please. You snooze, you lose when it comes to me. If I see it's in your cart and you haven't purchased it yet, that's too bad. If I know who you are, then I wouldn't, because that's rude. But if I don't know who you are, then it's fair. Fair is fair. So I have that coming. I think I'll just use that on one of my regular projects, not any of my full coverage. I still need to get ones for these. I actually thought this one had my frog needle minder. I turned my rip it stab emote. So if you don't know what that looks like, it looks like this. I drew it back in 2020. This is like one of the only emotes I have not updated. All my other emotes have been updated for my more current style. That one I have not. So when I say my current style, it is Leap tends to have, not Leap, sorry, Rip It. This is the Rip It. Rip It tends to have more of like less circles and more like ovular faces. I'm trying to find it. The only other one is my smug emote that will show you what I mean. So like this one, he's more rounder, whereas the stab one, he's more literal circles. So I actually started to redraw all my old emotes because I used to make them in Procreate by using the circle function, and I was like, I need to start being able to draw without the circle function. So I started to redraw them all. I mean, Leap's gone through a few iterations, and Leap is the PNG tuber I'm using right now. And so I have two frog characters. Leap is basically the personification of me, even though he uses male pronouns. And then Rip It is my emote frog. Is that the only... I need to grab another colour. I opened right up to it. Molly's just done a stinky. Grabbing my length, and putting the rest of it away. Oh, I also swapped out this needle minder. This one was the tulip one last time. I swapped it for this clay one I bought ages ago because it has more grip to it than the tulip one, because I was getting fed up with that one dropping the needle all the time. But anyway, so yeah, so I made... Rip It was my first frog OC. I made him in 2020 because I started playing Animal Crossing, as did 99% of everyone else in the world during the pandemic. And I did not like any of the frog characters, which I know is very shocking when you come to realize how this developed. And I was playing, and I had a frog character join my island, and it was Prince. And I was looking at pictures because when you have Animal Crossing, it doesn't tell you who they are. It doesn't show you who they are. It just tells you Prince. And I was like, oh, who's Prince? So I looked him up and I was like, ew, he's ugly. I know, slander, I know. And I was like, ugh. But then I looked at the other frog characters, like, actually, he's like the best looking one for the boy ones, because Wart Jr. is the ugliest frog. I changed my mind. And I was like, Prince isn't that bad. And then slowly over time, I started to just fall in love with the idea of having a frog on my island. I don't know what it was, but he was just so cute and adorable. And it's funny, I still haven't, even though I have spent the most time with that guy on the game, I gave him gifts every day. I ended up getting Agnes, and I can't remember the koala's name now. I ended up getting Agnes and my koala. They ended up being the first two people I got the picture from. And I was like, how did I get a picture from these two and not Prince, who I was literally spending every waking second with? Like, any other villager wanted to spend time with me, I was like, ugh. Okay, fine. If Prince was like, Emma, can I spend time? I'd be like, sure, bud. Do you want to just sit on the sofa and listen to KK Bubblegum? Because I had that playing all the time. It's still playing in my house now. And so I was like, it's fine. This is the best. And then I started to stream on Twitch in 2020 as well. And I actually made a bunch of Prince emotes. And then, like, within the first, like, couple of weeks of me streaming, I realised, because I didn't make affiliate yet. And then I made affiliate within the first month. And I realised maybe I shouldn't be using copyrighted characters as my emotes, because, you know, Nintendo are pretty strict when it comes to their IP. So I basically took all my Prince emotes and I redrew them, and I made my own character, and I gave him darker green skin and red cheeks, because Prince has he almost looks like Homer Simpson, in the sense that Homer Simpson's beard is like just a circle around his mouth, and Prince basically had that. Let me just real quick find a picture. Let me find a picture for you so I can show you. So, like, where's my Google gone? So this is Prince, right? Look at him. He's adorable. Some of you are like, ugh, but this is the best looking frog to me. And so I made all my emotes look like him. Let me see if I can real quick find a picture. Oh, here we are. Oh, I can. It's gonna be really small, but this is Prince. This is my emote I drew. One of the basic ones I started with. This is what my emotes used to look like. So this was literally Prince. And then slowly over time, like I said, I realized maybe it's not a good idea to have Prince, because like I started designing this in the 8th. So this was my riot emote actually still looks, oh god, that is massive. I'm sorry, I should have zoomed back out. My riot emote still actually looks like this, except instead of it being Prince, it's Sleep. Nope, rip it. I will get my OCs correct. So like, this is my riot emote. Again, like I said, it's still the same, just this is the other one I haven't redesigned, other than the time I redesigned it away from being Prince. So I did all that, and then I redesigned them all to look like Rip It. And this was my first Rip It emote. It was a hype emote. So this is hype. And again, as you can see, it's all circular. And sometimes he has hands, right? Sometimes he has hands. Sometimes boy has nubs. Depending on the mood I'm in, Rip It will have hands, or he will have nubs. A good example is, I have to scroll up in this Discord channel. Oh no, that's not. How far up is this? I swear there's one in here. No, never mind, it's not up here. But there are times where Rip It has nubbies. I mean, this emote has, oh, I don't think it's on here anymore. My dead emote, actually my wiggle emote shows he has nubbies. Right, he has no hands, he has nubbies. And then I drew my gremlin emote has nubbies. Here's my gremlin emote. This was the sketch for it. See, he has nubbies. I love this emote. This is like one of my favorite emotes because I just drew it so quick. Like, look at these stick legs. Look at those stick legs. Sorry, we've now delved into this, and I have 2 more emote sketches in this Discord, and then I drew hands. This is the Patcher Just Right meme with Rip It. God damn it, I keep getting them wrong. Rip It, but this is my Just Right. So I drew these hands. They were hard to draw, but he has very square hands. But that's the Just Right meme. Yeah, like, that's basically it. Oh, and here's my Lalafell character, just because I'm showing you out real quick. Here's my Lalafell. That's Emmylou Fowler. And that's my Lala Cry. And she's like, But yeah, she's wearing her ninja outfit. That's why she looks like that. That's her ninja, because I'm a ninja. In Final Fantasy XIV, I is ninja. Now I close all these. But yeah, so that's basically how my emote journey started. And I love drawing. I haven't drawn for a little while at the moment, but maybe we'll get back into it eventually. Sometimes I just need to wait until the creative juices flow, you know? You just have to wait. And the juices ain't not flowing at the moment, so I just have to wait. Sure, ish fine. Oh, let me move my keyboard back before I smack it one. And like press a button and then mess everything up. But I have plans to make a VTuber model. I might start, for my gaming streams, I might start with a PNG tuber like I always do, and then work on the VTuber, because I am very slow when it comes to doing anything art-wise. Because I can have a good day of inspiration, and then I wake up tomorrow being like, yeah, I'm gonna work on this. I sit down, I open Clip Studio, and then I go, oh, the creative juices have left the building. And then I can't draw for like a month. And sometimes I will sketch emotes and sketch things, and they will stay sketches for months. Like, I have an emote that I actually use in my Discord. It's called Eel. And I use it when AI is posted because it's just this disgusted face. I actually have it as on that Discord I was just looking in. Let me just open it up real quick. I know I'm rambling, but I wanted to show it to you because I made it at the same time as I made my dumb emote, and my dumb emote was done. But these were from March last year. So this is my disgust face. But I took a screenshot of this on my in my file explorer, and underneath it has the name of it, which is called Eel, and I use that when AI is posted to be like, ugh. But I really need to finish this so I can actually use it. Although the sketch looks great as it is, but I need to finish it so I can actually use it, because it's like the opposite of Smug. So Smug, he's like but this is like and that's why it's just a face. Sometimes emotes just need to be a face. They don't need a body, and it's just, yeah. One day I will get round to finishing that. But there we go. There's my 20-minute tangent on emotes. And I don't currently take commissions. I only accept commissions at the moment from friends. Because I'm not like, I do feel confident enough with my art, it's just how long it takes me to do a thing. I mean, poor Little's been waiting for a mo for nearly a year now. Though I have sketched one of them. I did sketch one. But I don't take payment until I've actually done it for that reason, because then I don't feel bad for making people wait. If there's no money involved until it's done, then it's fine. At the moment, I make zero monies from my art. My shop is closed and will be for the foreseeable future, because I just can't commit to spending time. And I might do, when I do start doing that again, I might do what this person in one of the other discords I'm in is doing, where they have a year's worth of stock, like a year's worth of shop updates in the backlog. And then that way, if they have like something wrong with them, or they are waiting on like items to arrive, although at the moment I will be making everything by hand. I made all the memo pads I have on my shop by hand. I like the mundane, boring tasks. I don't know what it is. I just like sitting there and cutting things out, and yeah. I feel like I should have been hired to be I could be hired to do those boring jobs in like schools and that no one wants to do because it's one of those mundane tasks. And I'll just be sit there going, yes. Just as long as they let me listen to something, like let me put a true crime podcast on, or a YouTube video, or a playlist on, and I will have it done that day, sort of thing, you know, like let me just get in the zone and it will be done before you know it. Because I love doing those things. As long as I can do something like to go with it, like listening to something. Want someone to staple 20,000 pages? I'm the girl for that. Oh, it sounds like it's raining. I still need to get that series. I'm still watching that floss tube. It's a mammoth floss tube. It's a series called I can't remember what it's called. The Houses on Stitchery Lane. It's by Pansy Patchwork Quilts, and Everto are selling the physical charts and stuff. And I really want to get them because they have the Roxy Flossco. I don't actually. I can just buy the PDFs, I think, from the stitcher, and then buy the thread and fabric from Everto, which would make it cheaper, because they were doing a thing where you get a project bag, but it wasn't working, and so I think I'm just gonna give up with doing it like that, because I don't need a physical chart, I need a PDF chart. The Blueberry Ridge designs as well are cute. Again, watching these floss tubes are very dangerous for me because I'm like, It's made me realize as I've gotten older, like I've been stitching for over 10 years now, and it's made me realize that my taste has definitely changed when it comes to cross stitch. Like I used to not like looking at like stitching samplers because it's like long dog samplers I've always wanted because they're not, I would say they're not those traditional samplers, like the ones that are made by like children, you know, the ones that like, this is made by Timothy aged 5. And it was made like, there is one in the Abbey Top Knot Stitcher that is so beautiful. It's a very traditional sampler. It's a very patriotic American sampler, but it's called a sampler for Grace, and it's actually about Grace Wisher was born a free black girl, assisted Mary Pickersgill in the production of the American flag that would fly over Fort McHenry in the War of 1812 and inspire the writing of a poem that would later become the national anthem. Grace was halfway through a contract of indentured servitude in 1813 when the Star-Spangled Banner was sewn. She has been erased from the history of one of America's most enduring symbols, and this sampler was created to honour her memory and contributions. Now, again, I'm not American, I'm not patriotic in the slightest, but this one, I do like it. It's really hard to read what this says, but it says, among needle and thread and bunting, my humble hands were worked. Among shadows I was bound to duties I dare not stitch. I dare not shirk. Though life's frail trace hath dimmed, and much is lost to time's decay, though I knew not what meanings my work should yet convey, this emblem was first crafted within the rooms I dwelled. Promises and dreams I did stitch, broad stripes with bright stars I did meld. This is Grace Wisher, aged 13 years old, at the completion of the Star-Spangled Banner, 1813. And it says, daughter Jenny Wisher, a free girl of colour, apprentice of housework and needlework. And then I can't tell what this says because it's jumbled up. But I can see this is house. This is Flag House, Old Town, Baltimore, Marvland, USA, but I can't read. It says indentured to MP 1809 to 1815, but I can't see what this says. And that's no, I can't read that bit. But like that's this, and it's just so, I could have just done this and you could see it better. It's fine, but like that's what it says. This is like, I still can't read this though. I don't know what that says. But like, I'm not American, I'm not patriotic. But this one, for some reason, the day I saw this, I was like, this is actually really good. And they even offer the kit it up and stuff for you. So like, I might have to do that sampler. Because I think we shouldn't forget, although I'm not American, we shouldn't forget Grace Wisher and Mary Pickersgill, because they were the ones that created the American flag. It's quite funny that 2 black girls made it, isn't it? Or at least one of them was black. I don't know if the other one was, but you know, it's quite funny when you think how America nowadays tries to erase people of colour. And like, not just black people, but everyone who has a different skin tone that's not white. And yet the people that were there first were definitely not white. But we don't think about those things, do we? Did I just hear a thunder? I thought I just heard a rumble, but it could just be my ears. Or it could be this music. Yay, we finally reached 101 stitches, 2.5 hours into stream. That's my thumb. I'm doing a thumbs up, but yay. Now let's see in the last half an hour of stream if I can get this done. If I can actually get my needle to go in the right hole, that would be a start. But yeah, if I was to buy that, I think I would start it in July on Independence Day in America, because why not? It's like I've seen people wanting to stitch Mirabilia's Lady at the Flag and have the flag burn. Because I can't remember what the reason why they said they'd do it, but it was obviously something about 216 cross stitches so far. Nice, Natty. It's definitely nice when you're working on a project like a Mrs. Buttered, because you have there's less confetti, like I said to you when you asked me yesterday. Like there is obviously confetti in it, like when you look at Olivia's hydrangeas, you can see the butterfly and the leaf that I was stitching have it. But it's not to the point of a Haid where every like 100 stitches is just confetti. Like this one's alright at the moment. There's not like many confetti stitches in this part. But I know once I get down to those frogs, it's just gonna be bad. So I do like this checkerboard like style that's coming in. Oh, it also seems like Haid's extended their sale. I thought it ended last night. And they've actually added Thomas Kincaid and another artist I should say, to the sale. Which is actually very rare, because Haid don't normally add Thomas Kincaid and the other one to their sales. It's not entirely blocking, but it's still easy and beautiful, yeah. It was why when I started Olivia's Hydrangeas on January 1st, on that stream as well, I had done about 500 stitches, and then I ended up just stitching another 600 off stream because it was just 3 colours. I feel like my parking needs work. I sent a progress pic to you. Let's have a look. Your parking, oopsies. Your parking looks fine to me. As long as you're parking in the same part of the stitch each time. Like I'm parking mine in the same bottom, like all my stitches are always parked in the bottom right hand side, because then that way when I go to grab that colour I know where it is, unless I'm a dummy and I parked it in the wrong spot like I have done. I just smashed my keyboard. Let's move that a bit more. I need to buy myself a wireless one so I can move it. Like, that's why I have it set up so Pankeeper will always automatically just assign a double click to parking in the bottom right hand. Because if I go into the settings and I scroll down to the bottom, shortcut, double click on single stitch, park thread in lower right corner, and that's how I get it to always do it. Because you can have it do nothing, you can have it finish or frog the stitch depending, You can have it park the thread upper left, upper right, lower left. And I just do it so it's always in the same spot. I park all the time. It's just I don't know how I'm doing it right. I don't know I'm doing it right for a diagonal. I think like as long as you're always parking in the bottom hole of your stitch. So if you stitch right to left, so no, that's how I stitch, right to left. If you stitch left to right, so instead of coming like I do this when I cross normally, so I have to reverse it. So if you do your first half stitch different to mine, then you would want to park in the bottom left, because that way you're not going to get threads confused. The way parking works is just you want to make sure you're parking it in the same, all your parked threads the same way. So if you're parking them in the top hole, you need to park all of them in the top hole. If you're parking in the bottom hole, they always need to be in the bottom hole. There aren't any rules in cross stitch except for when it comes to parking, I guess. Like, as you can see right now, I am stitching upside down. So normally I would actually stitch like from, no, this hole, right, the top left. But because you're stitching it upside down, I'm actually stitching in the bottom right to top left. And then normally when I've done that to cross it, I would do the top right to bottom left. But I need to do it the bottom left to top right. And then because my stitch starts down here, when I park it down here. So when I put my thread on the needle, I know where I'm going. But if people have different parking methods and it works, it's fine. There is technically no right or wrong way in parking. If the parking works for you the way you're doing it, I think it's fine. As long as on your stitching app you are keeping track of where you're parking them. Like if on Saga you can say you've parked this stitch in the bottom left, and this one in the bottom right, and this one in the top, then I think it's fine. As long as you don't get it mixed up. Also, Leap keeps opening his mouth every time I pull my thread through. Ready? Mine's not even sent. The app I use for my PNG tube, it isn't set up to be that sensitive, but for some reason it just picks up all the time. But again, I do plan on doing a full tutorial on a diagonal, so those of you that are like, I'm not sure I'm doing it right, I will record one at some point. I'm hoping to do it this month, but it might end up being March or April, it depends. I might still, in April, I might actually do it in April, June time. I know I was going to do it in February, but I don't have a project I can start a diagonal on right now, because I've started all the other ones. And I might get Hubble Bubble kitted up, because that was going to be my mini March piece, my full coverage for mini March, but I think I'm just going to use Goddess of the Starry Night, which is that purple cat one from Unconventional. and I'm going to be stitching that 1/1 tent stitch from unconventional. So I can't use that one in tutorial because it's tent stitch, it's not going to be full cross. Whereas Hubble Bubble, I would probably just get that to start as a tutorial and then just stitch on it because it's a small square piece as well. I say small square, it's smaller compared to like, it might be bigger than the hate cell though. Oh, I just caught that thread with my skizzers. I didn't snip it, I just pulled on it after I'd closed them. The thread is fine. We have one colour to get out in this diagonal. There's one stitch. It's right in this row here. It's this one. Oh wait, it's parked up there. I parked it up there when it should be down here. Hang on. Hopefully I haven't tied it up in the bobbin. It's... I think it's... That's 2 there. It's this one. No, it is in the bobbin. Let's just take that. Just take this needle real quick. There we go. Oh, but I just dropped the bobbin. I can't thread this needle now. Can't thread it now, no. Oh, also, Chrisabug's Patreon. Every month just gets better and better. Last night she showed us the newest drawing she has done. I was aghast. It's Eris, the goddess of chaos. It is so beautiful. I cannot wait for the day that piece gets charted by unconventional. I mean, I can't wait for all these newer ones to get charted by unconventional now. I'm actually glad that she's no longer with Thread Geeks because they would have done this artwork dirty. They would have added a sepia filter over it and it would have just looked muddy. Like, don't get me wrong, there are some charts from Thread Geeks that look fine. But for some reason, Chrisabug's artwork, it was hit or miss. If it was a dark piece like Death or Among the Branches and Shadows, I think it's called, and Helen Gum, yeah, that's his name, right? Helen Gum. It's the Hellhound. That's fine. But my Hades and Persephone, I actually have the card over here from Diamond Art Club. Also, the stack is stacking again. Look at this. I need to put all these away. But there's Hades and Persephone. So, like, this is the original artwork. I know it's got a holographic filter over it, so it's a bit hard to see. But her dress is green, right? Her dress is green. But the Thread Geek version makes her outfit completely black, and it's not how it looks. Like, just to show you, oh, I have to scroll down. I'm so used to scrolling up to show things. Like, it's this one. Like, look at this. Remember what I just showed you? Like, I'm not gonna make it big because you can see it here, but like, this is Hades' cloak. Again, it's green. It's hard to show it, but it's got green. It's just black, and the background is like green. It's like a greeny color. They just made it grey, and it's like, it's so upsetting that some of these pieces just got it. It's like the I can't show you it because, like I said, Thread Geeks don't have it anymore. Rosy Outlook looks fine. Like, I actually got this as a diamond painting recently because it was discontinued and then they released it, but like, minus the holographic filter, they look identical. So like I said, I don't get why some of these they butchered and some they were fine with, because like, all my oh, this artist, oh, I didn't change the name on this one. I was going through and I was taking out the numbers from these, and I just forgot to do Aphrodite. There we go. But like, between Sea and Sky, it's just solid black, but the actual piece is blue. And it's just like, oh. But this one's fine. This is Helen Garm, and this is Death, which is what I'm working on, and this one's fine. And like, I don't think I have any more Thread Geek ones down here. Oh, Samhain, which you can't see here. Oopsies, you need to click on that. Like, Samhain looks fine. And this one looks fine. And this is the Among Shadows and Branches from them. Again, this one looks fine. So it was kind of hit and miss. But like, her face does look a bit smushed. I do want to, now Unconventional have released this one, I do want to get this one to put them like side by side to compare. But this is Hot Springs from Mrs. Butter, charted by Unconventional. And again, this one does have a bit of confetti, but again, it depends on the piece. Oh, I keep clicking on them instead of, nope, done it again, instead of the mock-up. So like, this one's fine, but this is not a color error. This is just how 613 looks like in Pankeeper. That's gonna be Confetti Nightmare, that little statue. Also, this is my, I've shown it off before, but this is my June piece. This is what I'm going to be working on. This is Iris, the goddess of rainbows, because yes. But this is what I'll be starting in June for Pride Month as my full coverage. I will be working on other smalls during June. Anyway, the last ad break is upon us, and I haven't finished this diagonal. So, whoopsies. I didn't swap those colours over. It's fine, I'll do that once I've done these stitches. I know this diagonal is going to be finished today, just not on stream, unfortunately. Been yapping too much. But this weekend, I'm gonna, oh for God's sake, I'm gonna start diamond painting again as well. So Saturday mornings till the afternoon maybe, I'm gonna diamond paint. Because those of you that like have known, I'm not gonna go over the whole story again as to why I haven't. I got a cold back in September, and since then I can't look down without getting dizzy. That's basically the gist of it. And I was working on 2 diamond paintings. I worked on 2 mystery paintings, one on the Monday and one on the Tuesday in September. Because I started one on the 30th of September, which is my sister's birthday, and the mystery kit I've started will be for her once it's done. Without spoiling what it is, I was about to say why, but I can't, because if I do, I'll tell you, it will spoil it. But I woke up the Wednesday and I could not do anything. I just had a really bad dizzy spell. And I've had these before, but they normally I can still stitch because I can just look at it and it's fine. But it didn't matter what I did, I just could not look around. Even like just looking up at Pattern Keeper from my project, which isn't that far, it's literally just this head movement. Like there's Pattern Keeper, so it's basically like a little like eye shift, and that was making it worse. So I was like, what the hell? And then I realised it's looking down, because I looked down for something and I was like, whoa. And that's when I was like, okay, I can't look down anymore. And even now, if I look down for too long, it starts to come up. I can feel it. So I'm trying to slowly build up my tolerance for looking down. I then had my toe surgery, a very, very minor procedure, I should say, not surgery. I was awake. They stabbed me with like 5 needles in November, and before that I actually had to have some cream up my nose because I apparently had MRSA or MRSA. And after that, the dizzy spells kind of went away, but then they came back. So I don't know what it is. Not a clue now. So I'm gonna see if I can like build up my tolerance to looking down. I am gonna buy an easel off Amazon to help with diamond painting, which I might do actually today. So that way on Saturday I can try it. The only issue is finding a place to put an A3 easel. But I plan on working on my biggest diamond painting at the moment, which is Lantern Cat. Unfortunately, you cannot get that painting anymore because they archived it recently. Diamond Art Club, these last couple of months, have been archiving a ton of good paintings and keeping all the AI slop available. It's very sad when you see 20,000 Peggy Collins and all that look like rubbish, and then they're getting rid of like Bailey J. And a whole artist has actually left. I think it's Jamuska. She had a release of Raven Spirit. I bought it and I'm so glad I did. And I bought it and then it sold out and then it was instantly archived, and it's because she's actually with a different company now. I don't know who she's with. I haven't actually looked into it. I should, because I do love her work. But all her stuff is now archiving once it sells out. But I think some designers are getting a bit fed up with the slop. Because last week, Diamond Art Club was actually going on a bit of a banning spree. It was more suspension. But if you commented on anyone who was making those stupid AI caricatures of themselves, even if it wasn't negative, like, you know, telling someone to go off themselves, you know, that's the worst thing to say to someone. You should be banned if you tell someone that. But just disagreeing with them doing it and saying that they should pay a real artist, Diamond Art Club was suspending accounts for no reason, really. And last week, though, out of the 8 releases, 6 of them were AI. There was only 2. No, I think it was 3 out of 8 last week. Let me go to the Facebook page. We had this AI skull, a candle, a mouse, a cat, and this ugly one. I have never seen one so ugly, which is saying something, but this one was the ugliest. This is AI slop, but everyone's like, this is beautiful. What do you mean this is beautiful? This is ugly. Like, what is this? It's not even a dress anymore. But this is ugly. This is ugly. This is ugly. This is ugly. This is definitely also ugly. What is going on with this? Like, what is this? What is this background? And so out of all these releases, so from this skull to this house, only this one, which is a Randall Spangler, not AI. This is Mrs. Buttered, so not AI. And this one, which was not AI. That was it. Out of all the releases, that was it. And so far today we have this, and I think this is a legit artist. Oopsies. But it's not my thing. But like, that was it. But now my computer is starting to get a bit loud. But it's probably because I was trying to load that page because it was struggling there at the end. But yeah, so I think it was quite disappointing to be an artist on Diamond Art Club last week. And Chrisabug even came out and made a statement to say like, hey, please don't run my art through an AI generator, because some people were even using the painting they were currently working on at the time in it, and it's just like, why are we being disrespectful to artists? Like, I saw one with a Richard Lawrence bird, and people were like, have you actually asked his permission? And some people are like, oh, I didn't think about that. And it's like, well, no, that's the problem. You don't think. You just do. It's like monkey see, monkey do. And it's like, no, you should use your brain. You know, everyone was given a brain, a working brain, for the most part. And it's not that hard to think, maybe what I'm doing isn't ethically right. Like, you wouldn't want a surgeon operating on you if he had been on a drug or a drink binge. You know, if you walked in, if you were sat there in your hospital gown ready for surgery, and the surgeon walked in and he was like, right, I'm here to do your surgery, and he was slurring and it wasn't a medical issue, you'd be like, I don't feel comfortable having this guy cut me open. Imagine that's how artists feel when you run their stuff through AI. It's just, you're a drunk surgeon. And this is a hill I will die on. Just to let you know, I will die on the hill that generative AI has no use in society. AI has a use for, like, it's being used at the moment to spot cancer on x-rays that would have been missed until they grew bigger. Like, that's useful. It's useful to help people plan a meal, like a schedule for meals and things like that. That's helpful. But using AI to generate images is not helpful. And that's the AI I have a problem with. And I think a lot of people, when they hear I'm against AI, not just me, when I say I'm against, I don't mean like me in the sense of me, the general me. They think that means all AI, and it's like, no, because then they go, well, there's AI in your video games and your phone, and it's like, yes, well done, thank you for telling me. I mean generative AI, because the last time I checked, also as soon as I get a new phone update, I turn AI off. I turn Siri off, I turn Copilot off, Blixby, any of those things, I turn them off. A better example is going to someone and taking their keys to drive your car to the store without your permission and expect for it to be okay. Yeah. Yeah, like, oh, can I look at your car real quick? Yeah, sure. Vroom. What did you do? Well, you said, you gave me permission to use your car. But no, I said you could look at it. What's the difference? Or it would be like putting your items that you want to buy in someone else's shopping cart and then expecting like a stranger's shopping cart, and then them getting to the till and being like, what the hell is all this? And you being like, oh, thank you. Thank you. No, but what? But, I just don't think generative AI has a place in our society, and the law needs to catch up with it and ban it. I'm just going to stay on until I finish this diagonal, by the way, because I'm nearly done. It's just one colour, essentially, in a second. Where does this colour start? Up there, so I can park that. It's fine. No, park. Thank you. So, although some of these companies do promote the use of generative AI, yes, I still buy from them. But guess what? I don't buy any charts that I think are AI. Now, there have been times before Diamond Art Club started to disclose that some of their artists were using AI. There are definitely things I have bought without realizing. But rather than beating myself up over it, because again, it wasn't intentional, and Diamond Art Club and Hade both hide it. It should be, I think, if you're gonna allow AI to be used on your site, it should be front and center. It should be right there. So when I click on a piece, it says AI in the title, not hidden under a bunch of things that you have to click on. Because on a Saturday, when Diamond Art Club does their releases, some pieces will sell out super quick. Like, you could be on there at 12 o'clock and by 12:01 the thing you wanted is gone. And so I think they should start disclosing during the week, at least when they show the preview, they should have AI in there somewhere. So those of us who do not wish to purchase it, no. It's like someone got banned from the Facebook group from one of the votes because they asked Diamond Art Club to disclose which ones were AI. Because for some of them it is hard to tell. If they don't watermark, it's so hard to tell. Some of them have distinct styles where you look and you're like, oh, I know who that is. But it'd also be nice for them just to be labelled with who the artist is regardless. Because there's been times where I've had to be like, I think that's this artist. Google reverse image search. Oh, it is that artist, so that's fine. But I just wish that these companies would disclose it. I think more people would be fine with them using artists who do nothing but generate images if it was 100% disclosed from the get-go, not hidden in a paragraph and them saying they might have used it. No, they either did or they didn't. There is no maybe. It's not like oh, you know, I was 1 second I was drawing on my drawing tablet on Clip Studio and the next minute it was in Gemini, you know, or oh, I blinked and suddenly my image was in ChatGPT. Like, there is no I did it accidentally or I may have used it. You either fully used AI or you didn't. And Diamond Art Club saying they expect these pieces to be hand altered so there are no AI mistakes is a load of rubbish. I have pointed out many a painting on these streams that has not been hand altered. But there we go, guys. I said I was gonna finish this diagonal on stream and I did. 156 stitches. Very slow for me today, but you know, I've been talking a lot, showing things and just having a great time streaming. Let me just see where this needs to go. I have to find where this needs to go. So there's those 3 there. That's the 4. There. There's the 2. Oh, that's the 1 there. So here. Let me just do this and then I will call stream here for today. I will be back tomorrow. As I said earlier, this is the last day of Frogs Kissing this month. There is a chance once I reach a % on Melody of the Night. Melody of the Night reaches a 2%, I will be spinning the wheel. I say we. You will be spinning the wheel. Those of you that are on YouTube, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can really do to make the streams interactive for you. This is like the only downside to YouTube streams is Twitch gets to do all the fun things and you guys just sit there. Because over here on Twitch, we have channel points and you can use those to interact when will you do your buttered D. I will be stitching that on Sunday, so that will not be on stream, unfortunately. Melody of the Night is coming back out on Thursdays to be a focus piece now, because that is a stream only project, so that one will only come out when I stream. But I will be working on it on Sundays in my free time. There we go, guys. We are done. But yeah, tomorrow is the final stream for Sleeps of Butterflies as well. Sorry. So if you want to see what that looks like, it is here. This is what we'll be working on tomorrow, Sleeps of Butterflies. Let me just show you the mock-up so you can see. Look at her. This is a Margaret Morales. This is my very first Margaret Morales I started. This wasn't the first I bought. My very first one I bought was was this one. But me and Lil, my mod and friend on Twitch, are going to be starting Celestine for Manoga May or Margaret Morales May. So I'm excited. But then I have just so many projects, as you can see. I have rows upon rows of full coverage and non-full coverage that I would love to stitch at some point. But let me just switch here. Take this off for a sec. I will start the next diagonal. Break. But I want to thank you all for coming today. I appreciate every single one of you. Whether you've been here all of the time, part of the time, some of the time, or none of the time. Because you have been lurking. I do oopsies. Luckily I clicked on the video I was watching. I appreciate you regardless of whether you lurk or not. I do appreciate those of you that do take the time out of your day to just sit and chat and not talk. You know, you do help. Even if Twitch makes you think you don't, you do help. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow with Sleeps of Butterflies that I just showed you. And then Thursday is Melody of the Night. And then Friday is the 6 Portals. And then next week is a whole new batch of projects that I will show you once we get to it. But for those of you that are here and would like to join the Discord, hey Petrish, you're joining right as I end. Hi, bye. But if you would like to join the Discord, you can do so by clicking on this link. And oh god, why is it cut off on this one? I think I know why. Hang on. YouTube is cut off. There we go. My bad. Sorry. So yeah. So if you would like to join the Discord to be notified when I go live on YouTube and Twitch, I go live at the same time. So it's like if you want a notification for the YouTube streams, then you can use the YouTube notification. Also, on the last Wednesday of the month, I do a whip showcase, which is where I show all your guys' projects that you've been working on throughout the month. So if you also want to do that, then you can do so. We are also doing a year-long event where I have a forum where you can just post your daily stitching if you want to do that. What else, brain, come on. Oh, you can also join the Discord just to show your progress. So if you're not interested in being notified when I go live and things, you can also just join to be part of a little community that enables each other to buy projects, because we're great at that. Especially me. So many of you have started things because of me. But yeah, that is all though. I will be back tomorrow, like I said, and I'll be working on Sleeps of Butterflies. And then we'll just carry on with the rest of the week. I don't have an appointment on Friday anymore, so we don't have to worry about that. Have a good evening, you too, Petrish. Have a good rest of your day. And enjoy. But yeah, I have no appointment Friday now, so we don't have to worry about that. So, yep, that's it. So I'm gonna head off before I keep rambling and talking in circles. I will see you all back here hopefully tomorrow. If I don't see you, then I hope to see you sometime soon. But with all that said, guys, I hope you will stay safe, stay warm, stay cool depending on your climate, and have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you tomorrow at around 3:30 p.m. GMT or UK time. I say that because I don't always start on time, but my aim is 3:30. If you hit for 3:30, I will be there soon, okay? Once the stream title changes, that's when you know I'll be starting soon. But until then, I will see you all next time. So have a lovely rest of your day, and goodbye.